In this video, we're going to talk about friends with benefits, relationships. Friends with benefits, meaning and rules to make this kind of relationship work. You know, not every relationship you have is meant to be your forever love or soulmate bond. It's unrealistic to think otherwise. Dating is a process. You will find people who are compatible with you for a short time, but are not capable of growing with you for a lifetime. Some relationships stay firmly in the realm of friendship, while others cross that line into a deeper romantic love. The friends with benefits relationship blurs the line entirely. A friends with benefits relationship is exactly what it sounds like. Your friends who are also intimate with each other. The benefits don't come in the form of health or dental insurance, but they do usually come with a casual sexual relationship that suits both parties without a need for commitment. This is not a relationship that is meant to develop into anything more. It's meant to be to combine the best of both worlds, friends and lover, into one casual temporary relationship. The friends with benefits couple is not just a cute rom-com trope. Many people have experienced this type of relationship. But just because friends with benefits relationships are possible, it does not mean that they always work out well. It truly depends on the couple in question. However, if it is possible to have a successful friendship like friends with benefits relationship if you follow some key rules. What I'll be mentioning are a few rules you should keep in mind if you want your friends with benefits relationship to work. If you really want to pursue a friends with benefits relationship, you need to first know yourself. Are you truly capable of keeping it casual without catching feelings? Are you really interested in a part-time, temporary situationship instead of a real-life relationship? Also, are you settling for the friends with benefit status when you really want so much more? Only you can answer these questions. If you're capable of keeping it casual and doing so respectfully, you're probably okay to proceed. If you are able to communicate well and set healthy boundaries, you should not have too difficult of a time in managing this type of casual relationship. Even if you have agreed to be friends with benefits, that does not mean either one of you can just show up and expect benefits. Keep consent at the forefront of your mind. Ask rather than assume. Make plans rather than spontaneously showing up. By following some basic rules of consent, you are more likely to navigate a friends with benefits relationship successfully. Be clear about the relationship status. Don't assume you are in a friends with benefits relationship. You need to clarify the nature of the relationship so that you don't accidentally lead anyone on. If you're not comfortable clarifying the relationship, then you are likely not mature enough to be in one. That may seem harsh, but navigating a casual situationship can offer challenges equal to a relationship. You're having to manage a lover's relationship while maintaining the friendship. You are going to need to be comfortable communicating to make this work. The other thing, keep it honest. Don't lie, ever. If you are casual, you should be comfortable admitting that you're dating other people or telling your casual partner that you are just not interested in pursuing the benefit aspect of the relationship at a particular time. You will never protect anyone's feelings by lying to them. Also, don't lie to yourself. If you really have big feelings for your friend, don't tell yourself that you're capable of casual relationship. If you do, you'll head straight for heartbreak. Set the expectations. A friends with benefits relationship requires expectations to be set. How often will you hang out? What are the rules for when you go out together in public? Can you take selfies together and post them online? Or is this something you don't want public? Talking this out will help you get on the same page and avoid the potential for miscommunication and hurt feelings. Be honest about what you want. Have boundaries around the casual nature of your relationship. Talk through how often you'll touch base and don't take this relationship for granted. Be actual friends. This should actually be one of the primary roles. You need an actual friendship foundation to be friends with benefits. Otherwise, you're just fuck buddies or enjoying a situationship. If you are going to add the element of friendship, act like a friend. In other words, don't treat them differently than you would treat another friend. Don't disrespect their time, thoughts, or even feelings just because you're not in a romantic relationship. Have time where you hang out as friends without benefits, or time when you talk that doesn't veer into sexual territory. Treat them with the respect, kindness, and compassion you would treat any other friend. Communicate often. The friends with benefits relationship is likely temporary. Be sure to communicate as things change. If you start to date someone, you might be serious about, tell your friend, let them know so that they understand why you may not want to continue the benefits portion of the relationship. Talk it out. When you're ready for the relationship to come to an end, be clear about that too. Communicating effectively is hard. Even when you're not meant to have romantic feelings, it can still be hurtful to hear that someone is moving on when you're enjoying the relationship, and hurtful to be the one who needs to move on. Navigate this by talking it out as the relationship progresses. Be safe. Even if you choose a monogamous friends with benefits relationship, when you're not sleeping with anyone else, practice sexual safety. Even though you might want to believe that the other person has been completely forthright about their history and current on health exams, it's better to be safe than sorry. You'll have a greater chance of avoiding unplanned pregnancies as well as sexual transmitted infections when you take basic precautions. Talk about what contraceptives you're comfortable using and make sure the arrangements for purchasing them seems equitable to both parties. If you know the benefits part of the relationship is likely to happen at any time, have contraceptives available to proceed safely. Don't be jealous. You know you're not supposed to be catching feelings, right? So why are you jealous when they start dating someone else? People are complicated. Even if you're happy for the casual relationship, you might resent losing out on the connection, affection, and sexual benefits when they move on with someone else. Just remember, jealousy does not belong in a friends with benefits relationship. You want your friend to be happy, right? You want them to find the relationship they truly want, yes? Then be happy for them, even if it changes their relationship with you. Wish them well and keep the green-eyed monster at bay. Choose wisely. When you choose a friends with benefits partner, choose wisely. If someone is indiscreet about other lovers, assume they'll be equally indiscreet about you. Make sure you choose a partner who is mature enough for the casual relationship you want and capable of respecting boundaries. Some other